Well, good morning and welcome back to CityLine. Boy, am I having fun with these two. We are here to talk about Pierce County Career Day, and please join me in welcoming the very twinkly Ari Roberts. He is the assistant manager for Tacoma Power Line crews. Welcome, my dear.
Thank you very much.
Good to have you here. You've got to actually rub shoulders with those students, haven't you? And
yes.
Talk about going up on the bucket and everything else, which I've always wanted to do.
Come on by.
I'm going to have to
take you up there.
Yeah. This beautiful woman, Stephanie Caldwell, you are the Community Outreach Program Manager for Pierce County Career Day. Welcome, Miss Stephanie.
Thank you.
Good to have you in the house. All right, so for people who have not heard of Pierce County Career Day, when is it, Miss Stephanie?
Sure. Pierce County Career Day is next Wednesday, November 14th. It's held at the Puyallup Fairgrounds in the Showplex building from 8 a.m. to around 1 p.m. It is for high school students who want to explore opportunities in construction, utilities, transportation, and manufacturing.
Oh, I love that. You know, I've always been one of those souls, even as I was little, go by a construction site and I'm like, Dad, slow down. You know, wanting to like look at all the stuff and roll the windows down and smell all the dirt and the dust. There's just something about that is just so alluring to me. So, Stephanie, who is involved and how are they involved?
Sure. First, it starts with public and private sector. We have industry, of course. Without them, we could not put this event on. Mm-hmm. Workforce Central, Rest Care, Workforce Development Centers are involved. And, of course, our students from Tacoma Pierce County schools.
I love that. So Ari, describe your job to us first, and then tell us what skills you need in order to do your job.
I've been in a job, or what I do, for 35 years as a lineman. We're the group that goes out there and works on your power lines, the high voltage lines. We've probably most seen when the storms come about. And
yes.
The crews are out there working on the power lines, trying to
those people
power.
who I say a prayer for, because I just think, oh my God.
Yeah, they're great.
Those someone's family members are up there.
Yes, yeah, their dads and moms up there working.
That's right.
No, as far as the skills, that's something that you're taught. You're not born with those skills, and so they spend 3.5 years in class.
Before they ever get on the job?
No. They're actually on the job training, plus that's part of the 3.5 years. There's schooling behind that. It's 144 hours a year that you have to do on your own time. There's 7,000 some hours of on the work or on the job training. So it's a process. After that 3.5 years, you become a journeyman. Then you have the ability to work anywhere you want.
Wow. So, Ari, when you were in high school, which was maybe 10 years ago.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right. What career were you thinking about in high school?
Well, I wanted to be an underwater welder.
Wow. Yeah, okay, now I wasn't prepared for that.
Yeah, it was because of a biology teacher in high school. And so after I graduated from high school, I went to school for that. And work wasn't out there at that time for going. You go to school and then look for work, So I ended up working for a small utility, and that's how I got started in the craft I'm in now.
Oh my gosh! So did you get a chance to? Obviously, do underwater welding?
Only in class. Only in class. It was a school to get you started, and then you'd work as a tender and work your way, I guess, down. Become a diver. But
very nice.
That was my dream when I was a kid.
Oh my gosh! Okay, I'm going to ask you the same question. What did you think of in high school?
Certainly not construction.
No,
it wasn't. So I wanted to go into business, maybe own my own business. I thought about that going into college, but I kind of landed in construction by happenstance. I had a friend who was working in construction, and he knew I was looking for employment. I knew he worked in construction, so he invited me up one day to come and visit him. And I always say the company I work for, Aperture Construction, they tricked me because it was like carpet. It was like everything you would want at a job site, because from what you saw on TV. But I fell in love with it. It's fascinating to be on a project, seeing buildings being built, right, and being a part of that.
It is.
I love it.
It is, and understanding all of the skills that come into play with every person on that site,
Yes.
from architecture to engineering to math to safety. It is unbelievable what these people encompass. They are the full meal deals when you think about like watching a bridge being built, or I was in downtown Seattle last night and looking at those cranes and just thinking, oh my gosh, even just building those cranes so that they can go up and start the work is just
It's fascinating.
unbelievable. So Ari, when you think about this career day that we have, how would it have impacted your choices, do you think?
You know what? Back in the day when I was going to school, that 10 years ago, they didn't have anything like that, those crafts. I didn't know what those crafts were. And so for me, I tripped on what I'm doing, to be quite honest with you. I think this actually gives these kids that maybe school isn't the direction they want to go after high school, an idea, a chance to see things that might be helpful for them to move on in life. The different crafts. I mean, there's so many crafts that are there, not just my craft, not just the the framers. Not there's steel workers. There's just so many. The fire folks, the police, armed forces. There. It's an opportunity that wasn't available when I was a kid, but it is for our children now, and I think it's wonderful.
It wasn't available for my generation either, and there's a downside to that, because when those opportunities are not presented, then you lack hope.
Right.
It's either you go to college or what do you do? And that what do you do question mark can really be difficult to face. And so thank goodness for this menu of another world that these students can go, I can do that for the rest of my life and be good at it.
Right.
Yes.
Absolutely. So we understand that there's a special section for girls only.
There is. Woo!
Yes, let's talk about this. So what is its purpose?
So the purpose actually is just to introduce the trades, right? Whether it's manufacturing, transportation, utilities, construction, like I said, for girls to have another option after high school. Back in the day, women didn't typically do non-traditional jobs, right? So now, with such a diverse community that we work in, it's important that we expose girls in high school to another career path, that, hey, you can do this too. So it gives them their own private space to enjoy things like welding, bending pipe, making the sheet metal folks are there. They're making toolboxes. There's a lot of banging, a lot of loud noises. One of the cool attractions that we've added is a relay race where the girls compete amongst each other, and they have different stations to go to. Like one is where you have to fill a wheelbarrow of sand, load it, take it to another station, unload it, race back, get some wood, take it to another station. So we try to make it fun, but educational as well.
Realistic. Absolutely. Oh, I love that. So this may seem like a question we've already covered, but I think that there's a deeper answer here in terms of why are constructions and trades important to expose high school students to, Stephanie?
Well, right now we are definitely in the pipeline facing an aging out industry where a lot of the older, our baby boomers, I should say, are aging out, wanting to retire. And so we need to fill that for the next generation. We need to keep that pipeline going, and it's important for kids to know that this is a career path.
Absolutely. So if a company would like to participate in Career Day, who do they contact, Ari?
A young lady by the name of Abigail Taft.
Yeah,
the number
we've
will be
been
on
showing
the
her,
screen there.
Great.
So, yes.
Okay. I would hope that as much construction as we have going on in Tacoma right now, I would hope that you would have a lot of companies wanting to get involved with this. Last few minutes here, Stephanie, who do we need to thank for all of this beautiful direction?
It's a full team.
Yes.
I like to really thank first our Workforce Central and ResCare Workforce, their services and helping to oversee the event. The trades, the industry, without folks like Ari and that come out bringing their equipment, local employers like Absher Construction, other employers that are there, having hands-on experiences, the apprenticeship programs. Without them, they are are what we're trying to get kids to realize and look for. And our volunteers. We have a ton of volunteers that come out. And without them, we could not host this event.
Well, I want to say thank you to both of you. You for being such an outstanding example of somebody who perhaps couldn't do underwater welding, but found something that was enough to help you feel like you were contributing, and now you have made a lifelong career, and now you're giving back to the next generation. To me, that is the most perfect career to have.
Thank you very much.
And for you, Missy, for organizing and seeing and doing, and for your team and everybody who could not fit on that couch, thank you so much.
Thank you.
For this continued vision. And one of these days, I'll get up on the bucket with you.
Okay, it's a deal.
It's a
Great.
It's a date. Thank you. All right, speaking of dates, Safe Streets is going to be in the house here after this quick break. You don't want to miss that. We'll be right back.